Attack on Titan Season 4 Episode 7, titled Assault. With last week's episode of Attack on Titan, we had the arrival of the Paradise forces on Marley, Eren and Mikasa versus the Warhammer Titan, Levi making his entrance and preventing Galliard from stealing the Founding Titan. Everything was just going absolutely crazy last week. So the war between Paradise and Marley has fully broken out now, and there's been so many casualties, but what direction will this battle take the world in? So today I'm going to be breaking down and analysing this latest episode of Attack on Titan, while clearing up some things you might have missed or weren't sure about. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out some of my other Attack on Titan content. However, let's get right into it. This episode picks up right where we left off last time, with the Devils of Paradise coming in for the kill on Porco. However, he ends up getting saved by Peak the Cart Titan and the Panzer unit, who are firing off their machine gun at the flying soldiers. And literally once again I have to praise Peak's ability of deduction, because Galliard literally would have been killed by Levi and the others if she didn't make the call prior to equip the machine guns to the Cart Titan to take down the Paradise soldiers who use ODM gear. Also, I forgot to mention this in last week's breakdown, so I'll just say it here since it's still relevant, but as most of you would know, the Paradise forces, although they are still using ODM gear, is been modified and the weapons they are using are strictly for combat against humans, which is why they have firearms in combination with the Thunder Spears instead of their regular blades for killing Titans. And this is actually called the anti-personnel ODM gear, which is literally made to use against the Marley forces. So everyone is using the anti-personnel ODM gear, besides Levi who is still using the standard blades, which obviously came in clutch with where we left off last episode. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to clear up, since I forgot to talk about in the last episode. With Porco now being saved, we start entering the climax of the battle. Eren, whose current goal is to try and eat the Warhammer Titan, almost gets caught by a surprise attack from Lord Tybur, aka the Warhammer Titan, who is still inside of the crystal, as she formed the shell of the Warhammer Titan with a weapon to try and pierce Eren's neck, but he managed to guard against it with his hardening. And the Warhammer Titan is definitely overpowered. The fact she can control her Titan remotely is already crazy, and since she's inside this almost impenetrable crystal, this means that she basically has the ultimate defense and offense, taking into account she can also create weapons out of hardening. Straight after this we have the arrival of the Beast Titan Zeke Jaeger, so now everything is just about to turn up. On the side of Marley we have the soldiers, the Cart, Jaw, Beast and Warhammer Titan, and on the side of Paradise we have Eren Jaeger, holder of the Founding and Attack Titan, Levi and Mikasa, and the other Paradise forces. The whole direction of this scene was really good, with showing the reactions to everything going on and the different perspectives of the Marley warriors and the Paradise forces. And we also have Gabby running with a gun in her hand, saying "I'll kill you, Eren Jaeger," obviously because of the fact he's destroyed her home. It then cuts to the respective leaders of both sides, being Levi and Zeke, with the former saying that no one should die and they have to survive, and the latter saying that they can't allow them to escape and they need to be taken out as both sides prepare to battle. Levi and Zeke obviously have some history together, as in season 3 Levi's final orders from Armin were to kill the Beast Titan, and obviously he failed to do so Levi is looking forward to this, and Zeke wants to get him back for his defeat last time. The next scene we have after this is Falco coming onto the battlefield, and just getting a real grasp on the situation, because he was obviously tricked by Eren, and now the whole of Marley has become a war zone. And he's very worried about Reiner, because Reiner obviously shielded him and saved his life a couple episodes ago when Eren initially transformed. So we get a quick flashback of those events and we get to see how Falco is thinking. And one of the reasons I like Falco is because he's different from most of the people on Marley. Even with the whole situation that transpired, he feels a lot of sympathy for Reiner and doesn't even want to get him involved in the fight since he knows he's been through a lot. Which was seen by the way he was just breaking down in front of Eren, saying it was his fault for his mother's death and that he should just disappear. So Falco tells the seemingly unconscious Reiner that he still has people on his side like him and Gabby. It's just that sense of kindness and understanding that you get from Falco that really makes me like him as a character. We then have the Beast, Jaw and Cart Titans going up against the enemy Paradise forces, and Porco tells Peak that they need to be careful and that he's lost sight of Ackerman. Also, a nice touch that I noticed in this episode was when we saw Carlo, a member of the Panzer unit, inside of the Cart's armor. There were pictures up of the whole unit on the sides, which I feel like was a nice touch from Mappa, just to make things feel a bit real. Like, even though these people aren't main characters, they're people as well, like these lives matter. Small details like that are just really nice to see, so it's nice to see Mappa adding stuff like this to the actual material. And a little side note, I also feel that in this episode, maybe it's just me, but the CGI felt more polished in regards to Paradise forces and the Marley warriors. It looked really good to me. I'm still getting used to Eren's Titan CGI over time, but I noticed how nice it looks in other areas, so I thought I'd comment about it because this episode was really enjoyable to watch, and the 2D scenes in particular were amazing, like with Levi at the beginning and Jan when he was dodging the cart and Beast Titans. However, back to the events of the episode, we have Eren still trying to eat the Warhammer Titan, Zeke showing off his MLB throwing skills, laying waste to Paradis soldiers by throwing his rocks, and stating that Eren Yeager isn't his enemy and that Levi comes first. We also have Peak moments away from a rude awakening, which was probably one of my favourite parts of the whole episode. She tells Porco that there's nothing to get worried about because since the Paradis forces have come here to Mali, they have the upper hand and they won't be able to escape. Which is very true because ODM gear requires gas, so the resources are limited, so essentially they have no way to escape the Malian army, which is closing in on them. And Porco and Peak are pretty much on opposite ends in regards to this situation, as Porco says it's the best time to take back the Founder, which will prevent them from playing the only card that they have, which is the Rumbling, also known as the power to unleash the Titans in the walls of Paradis and unleash them on the earth. While on the other hand, Peak thinks they should wait and play it cautious. And in this situation, Peak's idea definitely is the best course of action, or at least it would have been had there not been an unforeseen element present in the battle. We cut to the docking area of Mali, where we see a hooded person on a single boat. The Mali officers stationed at the dock tell them they should get out of the way, but they have no idea that the person on the boat is none other than Armin. He removes his hood and electricity starts to form as he turns into the Colossal Titan, while simultaneously taking out Mali's entire fleet and port. And the transformation of the Colossal Titan never ceases to amaze me. It's literally like a nuke going off. Like, what can you actually do about it? But this whole play from Paradis instantly turned the tables on the whole fight, and it was really cool seeing Armin for the first time in the season. They executed this whole scene perfectly. Naturally, through realizing that his comrade Bertolt had been killed and had his power of the Colossal Titan stolen by Paradis, Galliard runs out in a rage to try and take back the Founder to ruin their plans. And this is literally where things begin to go downhill for Mali. Zeke literally gets one-shotted by Levi, and seeing this animated and not in manga format, I couldn't help but laugh. It was literally like an assassination. Out of nowhere, Levi takes out the Beast Titan to the surprise of Peak, and Mappa are really doing Levi justice with the expressions. It looked absolutely insane. So Zeke has been taken out by Levi and blown to bits. Peak and the Panzer unit get absolutely bodied by Jan, Sasha and the other Paradis members through use of the Thunder Spears, and Armin through his Colossal Titan form is just laying waste to the entire land like a god of destruction. Marty is literally getting the payback from what happened in the first episode of Attack on Titan, and the way the whole event is now flipped from Paradis to Marty is just beautiful to see. The cruelty of the world of Attack on Titan really is something else, as we see Armin looking down from his Colossal Titan body, saying this must be what ye saw, isn't it Bertolt? With the Paradis forces failing to kill the Card Titan, we then go into Eren and Mikasa fighting against Galliard, and we get to see just how powerful the Jaw Titan is. Fair enough, Eren has been fighting for quite a while now against multiple enemies, and he's transformed 3 times already, and he's holding a massive crystal in his hands, but I just wanted to highlight that the Jaw Titan is no joke either, being able to cut off Eren's arm and damage him and the crystal at the same time, which led to Mikasa saying that the Jaw Titan is completely different from when Ymir had it, and you know, rip Ymir, but Porco really is a different kind of beast with the Jaw Titan. And upon Eren seeing this, he realizes that he can't get through the Warhammer's crystal, so if he forces the Jaw Titan to bite through it, it might just work. And at the same moment, the blimp, which is a means of escape for Paradis forces, soars through the sky, and Galliard tries to take it down only to be caught out by Mikasa, who swiftly cuts off his legs. And once again, shout out to Mappa because Galliard is a really cool character, one of my favorites to be honest, but the way they executed the scene of making him eat the Warhammer Titan and him just being absolutely bullied by Eren was sad to see. Like, I genuinely felt sad, and the OST really added to the mood as well. We see a defeated Galliard forced to eat the Warhammer Titan while begging Eren to stop, and Eren then goes on to eat the remains and gain the power of the Warhammer Titan. But it doesn't stop there because Galliard is next. And Eren is an absolute monster. Like, I know where he's coming from, but still this was low-key hard to watch. Even Mikasa was looking uncomfortable, but it had to be done. Then the final scene we have of the episode is Gabby and Falco screaming for Reiner to save Galliard, and the voice actors absolutely killed it. You can literally hear the despair in their voice begging Reiner to stand up, and just as Eren's about to eat Galliard, Reiner stands on his 2 feet saying why can't he just die in peace. And with that we come to the end of the episode. First things first, I want to say that this episode was absolutely a 10 out of 10. It was probably my favourite so far in this season, but obviously with the stakes being so high, that's happening pretty much every week. And seeing Armin's transformation and Galliard's rage, Eren's ruthlessness, Levi, Mikasa, just everything was amazing, so I really enjoyed the episode. And let me know down below what you'd rate the episode and what your thoughts were on it. Also, since this episode was really action based, there wasn't too much to like delve into like information wise. So if there's something I may have missed and you want to ask me any questions on it, feel free to comment it down below as well, and I'll be sure to respond. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn notifications. Also, leave a like if you want more videos like this, and check out some of the other Attack on Titan content on the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.